Hey guys, how are you? So, I've decided to make this channel to search for the mythical, possibly legendary, Bigfoot. Um, a lot of people think that anybody who thinks that Bigfoot's real are just crazy people, and I used to be one of those people. But after watching another YouTuber by the name of Timbergiantbigfoot, I've kind of gotten skeptical. I think it's possible, but I'm not sure for myself. I don't have any proof in front of me other than his videos, and of course I'm not there, so I don't know what's real, what's not. I'm not saying anything, I'm not saying he's faking it or anything. I definitely don't think that. It's just that, it's not in front of me. I'm not there to witness it, so I don't know, But from what he's shown in his videos, I think it's quite possible. And so anyways, I came out here in the woods by by where I live. So I've come out here a few times, and the first time I was out here, I was riding my bike on a paved trail. Because I do live in a city, but where I am now is outside of the city, just a little ways. And it's like really thick forests, and like nobody ever comes out here. And So the first time I was out here, I was on my bike riding through a paved trail, and I heard these really loud banging noises. And well, I thought to myself, what could this be? What could this be? There's a bridge that was south of me, but it was way far away from where I was. So there's no way that the sound was carrying that far. And plus, a bridge, you hear ka-dunk ka-dunk, whereas that was bang. And then wait a little bit, and then another bang. Not, it wasn't cars driving over a bridge. There's no way. So I was carried out on my bike ride, and as I was circling back around, I saw there was construction. So I'm like, oh, it must have just been that. They must have been, hammering poles into the ground or something like that, because that makes quite a bit of noise and it carries really far. So the second time I was out here, I biked out to where it is, to where I am now, and then I got off my bike and hiked because, I don't have a car or anything, so the easiest way for me to get this far out is with bike. And I was hiking through, and I heard the same noise, but this time it was from a different location. It was from farther north of where I was. So I was like, okay, it's not the construction, because that's southeast, I guess. So I was like, well, what could it be? I don't know. And so, I don't really know what I'm doing in terms of looking for a Bigfoot, because I don't, this is the first time I've been out there, so any tips or suggestions would be great. But from watching Timbergiantbigfoot, he does all sorts of things, like he does vocalization calls, and he does this thing called wood knocking. So I'm like, well, there's lots of sticks around, lots of trees. Let's try doing some of that. So the first time I did that, after I heard a loud banging noise, and I waited for a bit and I heard nothing, so I tried again, waited for a bit and heard nothing, so I'm like, alright, that's, And so yeah, after a few attempts at that, I didn't hear anything, so I was like, whatever, keep hiking. And so yeah, that was it for that day. I didn't, nothing strange happened or whatever. I'm out here today, and when I first came in here, I heard it again from the same position south, and then I heard it from farther north, and then across the river, because there's a river just like 10 feet that way. And so I heard that, and I'm like, wow, that there's a lot of that. That's got to be people, because there's a path or something across the river. So I'm like, that's got to be people. There's no way that, it's not people. And then, so I'm like, well, it's constant. I don't think, if it was people, it'd be kids, because no adult's going to sit there hammering on a tree, unless they're doing the same thing I'm doing, looking for a Bigfoot. So, I'm like, well, that's pretty constant. I mean, it wasn't like bang, 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 bang. It was like bang, and then in a bit there'd be another bang, and so on and so forth. So I'm like, alright, I'll pick up a stick and I'll try. And so I picked up a stick and I started wailing on a tree, and well, I wasn't I was wailing on it. Okay, I'll be honest, I was wailing on it. And, so, I was like, okay, it can't be anything. And I don't hear a response, but then about not even a minute later, and actually right now, I started hearing a knocking back, and it was about the same pace as I was doing. So unfortunately my stick broke on me, and there's no other solid stick around, surprisingly enough. It's all dead wood, so if I hit the tree once, it would make a soft thump noise and then break apart. But yeah, there's suddenly the same pace as me knocking on the trees, so I don't know. I wouldn't say that that's definitely, oh my god, it's gotta be a Bigfoot, but I don't know. It's possible, I guess. What do you think? And anyways, so yeah, that's what this channel will be about, and this is my introductory video. Goodbye.